All right. Today we're working on a 3000 GT, or at least something similar. It's a Dodge Stealth. If you're having trouble starting it, one of the quickest things to do and the easiest things to do is to replace the wiring harness. These can be purchased on Amazon or eBay, or I guess even Rock Auto. This one happens to be a Beck Arnley, a 201 1994. That's 201 1994. Process goes like this: remove the kick panel, which is this. Consists of removing 2 bolts that hold that down. Before you can do that, you have to pull out the electrical panels, and those, just ease those out because you can break the clips really easily. Once you get those out, then you can access the screws that go into this piece, which actually mount up into that area there, into this area, and another one over here. So this remove the column cover, which is this piece. There are a few screws on this, actually 4 screws that you have to take out, and this will pop out. Give yourself a little bit more room by adjusting the height of the steering column this way, and I just left the top piece of the column in place. Alright, so the next thing because really the only thing you need to do is to get to this screw that attaches here, and then you can replace this entire harness. You can see what the previous owner had done for me. Nice twisted and then taped connections. I can't believe this actually worked as long as it did, but this definitely needs replaced. Hopefully it fixes the issue that I was having, which was the car doesn't start even though it had, like, 12.2 volts in the battery. The poor connections were not allowing enough juice to get to the car and start it unless I would jump it. So hoping this solves the problem. Alright, so if you look in there, right there is the screw that I'm trying to take out to get this whole solenoid out. This, which should correspond to the position when you start your car. If you look on the inside of that, you can see the slot and the screw, so those line up, so that should work. Okay, so it looks like we have a little bit of an issue. This chamber here, and the way you have to clock the harness in order to get that screw line up, looks like the wire needs to get tucked back in there. So I may change the height of this so I can get that in there. I think maybe pushing it up, wrapping it under this and under, will allow me to take the wire and run it back through here. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to bend the connections too much, and maybe that's why a lot of these fail, is because of the angle that they're soldered off at. I'm just moving the key a little bit. See if that'll help it line up some and pop the rest of the way in there. Actually, it might be in there already. Can't tell. Yeah, I feel a little clicking in there. So that may be it. Give me another view of that. Oh, that's in there all the way or not, but I do like the way the wires are wrapped up under this. It seems to be the way to go. And here's the connector. Here's the opposing connector. Alright, this is me, third attempt or so, trying to get the screw in there. You can feel a little bump out on the back and tell where it goes. Okay, so the screw's in there. If I can get it started a little bit, I'll be able to screw it in with the screwdriver. That feels tight. Looks straight. Yep, it's doing what it's supposed to. The wiper's turned on, of course, because I bumped them. Alright, so now just have to assemble everything back together. I start with a couple screws here. Hey, I just noticed over here, there's a tab right in there and right there on that piece that need to go together. I think I've not done that sometimes.